Hey guys, sorry. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Our power is still out. So I went to take our kids to school, and just as I got there, they announced that it was canceled. So I was rushing back, trying to get back here in time.
Wow. Yeah, no worries.
I know you've got an egg. Good job. You got your egg. Yeah. Do you need help? Oh. Sorry, just trying to bring everything up. I'm on my laptop because it's the only thing that has power. But I'm not logged into anything on here. So.
Hi, Allison.
Hello, Morgan.
Do you have lights now?
No,
So sorry about that.
I've got a hotspot set up so that I can
Okay.
still be on my computer.
Okay.
So we're working with it.
Okay.
How did everybody do on the test? The quiz?
Also good.
Okay. I think if you take out the false answer, I got 27 out of 31.
Yeah.
Do you want me to put it in your sippy? That way it doesn't spill. Hey, look, your sippy's right here.
Yeah, if you take, I missed 2, the false answer, but then I got the categorical thing wrong, and I think I understand it now though, because I watched his description last night and it was good.
I need to watch his study because that was the plan this morning, and today's just not going according to plan. But that's okay.
No, just skip the first 30 minutes because I think he took 30 minutes just going over like what can you have to use on the test instead of the actual questions, and fielding that whole thing, like one piece of paper. And I'm like, come on, can we just like go to the problem? So I'm sorry, he's probably gonna listen to this.
No, you're fine.
Are you recording it?
That's all right.
Don't record. We don't have to record this. We already recorded the one, so we don't need to do another one, right?
I just figured because
Oh, if you want to go back and watch it. Yeah.
then how do you ask? That is not how you talk to mommy. What do you say?
That's the face.
The mom face.
The mom face. Yeah.
What do you think?
Did you guys all get snow?
Yeah, that's why we have no power.
Yeah, we had so much snow. Oh my gosh.
Ours is kind of wonky. So we probably got, yeah, maybe. We'll see if my computer cooperates.
Are you in Logan? You're in Logan, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Although
Yeah, my kids are there
he
too.
probably got more than me because he's probably closer to the mountain. I'm right here, Liam. I'm just showing. So we probably got, I don't know, can you guys see that? 2 to 3 inches.
Whoa.
Oh
that's
yeah,
nice.
we've got almost a foot.
That's my in-laws who live 10 minutes east of us, literally.
Yeah.
They got 9. We went over
Yeah,
there
that's
because they had power. So we had breakfast over there and then came back.
yeah, it's kind of, and it's heavy. It's
It
that
is.
wet, heavy snow.
That's all of the power outages have either been because of snapped lines, blown fuses, or because our trees, the leaves and everything, they were just changing. So all of our trees still have their leaves on them. So we had a really pretty tree right in front of our house. We probably lost half the branches on it. Just
That happened last year. You know how to shake them, right?
nope, I just stay away from them.
You got to go shake them. And my husband takes a big long brush pole thing and he goes outside and he shakes the whole tree, gets snow off of them so that the branches don't break off.
Do you want it apart, together? Apart or
No,
together?
wait for me when I'm done, because I want to go to Costco. So you're gonna have to wait till I'm done. I love you though, and then I'll find it for you. Okay, so quiz. Hi, Anthony.
Hello.
I was having your kids yesterday.
Good. A handful. It was good. So
If it makes you feel any better, we discussed a question with Morgan, which I thought was helpful, and then found out that we had to take the test, and that was it. That's all it was yesterday. I realized I never put that up yesterday. So as soon they're supposedly working on the line that restores power to us. So hopefully, as soon as they get that back up, I can upload those
all good.
because it's on my other computer. So,
Got it.
It's
No
snow
worries.
day. We should get snow day here too. They should cancel school in Rexburg and then we all get snow day too.
they've canceled most
Extra day for the test.
Well, if it snows in Texas, our state shuts down, even if it's just like an inch. So
when y'all had snow, what was it earlier?
February.
Yeah.
Well, they got it here in February. That big snowstorm here in February, which I wasn't here for. I guess it was just a disaster.
Well,
That's
we had been
okay.
from California move out there the month before. And they're
Yeah.
like, what the heck?
And I'm like, I'm from
Crazy.
Chicago. We get snow all the time. I'm like, you got what? An inch of snow and shut down? Seriously? So, whatever.
Nobody knows how to. Do you want to say hi?
Well, there's no infrastructure
Yeah.
for snow removal. There's no salt. There's no sand. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Right. So I can understand why, it's just a disaster. It's just a gone show when it snows or anything like that. So.
But our
Morgan and John, do you guys ever get snow where you're at?
No, never. For
Have
me,
you ever seen snow like in person? Like, I know you've seen pictures, but have you ever like been in snow?
no.
You're not missing much.
I only see snow in pictures and movies.
That's not true. I think that if you were to come here and see snow, you would just have a lot of fun. The first time, we're tired of it because we live with it for so many months of the year. But so when we get the first snowfall like this, it's always kind of like, oh, it's starting, it's that kind of thing. Because in Idaho, we have very long winters. It starts in October, we get snow, and then we get snow sometimes through May. And the streets are sometimes covered with snow, like packed snow.
Mhm.
So we don't even see the pavement for a couple of months in the winter. People just drive on the packed snow and it's kind of scary.
I did not grow up with snow. And because I
And
grew up,
that's John, is that John? John, that's where you live. It looks like palm trees and balmy. It looks like where I want to be right now.
Yeah. Here we only get snow on top of the mountains,
Mhm.
really high mountains.
Yeah, I bet. Oh my goodness. That looks beautiful though, where you're standing in your picture.
Oh, that's our chapter.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's pretty. Very green.
Thank you.
Well, in the interest of time, because I know everybody's probably like me, I have tons of homework to do and lots of things to do. Should we just go through the questions that people had problems with, or what do you want to do? Or go through the whole thing?
Just going with the problem question sounds fun.
Yeah. All right.
You need to take this again. Should we do that?
Who wants to go first?
Wow.
Anybody have a question?
I have some. Let's see. Oh, what did you guys get for question 8 and question 9? I think just the software I was using probably had a wrong answer input or something.
So
I got 4.771.
same, and then 1.912 for 9. There it is.
9192.
I just put it in the, maybe I was doing it wrong. I put it in the, the Excel file that our teacher had given us. And so I just didn't put the numbers and it calculated it. Was I not supposed to do that?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I did too. It was already, that one was using that Excel,
No, that's
the packet that they gave us, you know, where you put all the numbers in like we did in, I remember those assignments where we put in the numbers and then it calculated for us. Like there was like a box plot and you know, all of that kind of stuff on that page. And it was just taking the number off there from the mean and the standard deviation. It was already calculated. You have that, right, Taven?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
That's what I used. I probably just like deleted one or something.
I know,
Yeah,
I realized after I put it in and I caught it, but I hadn't deleted the information that was there. And so it was calculating it with the like 6 numbers that were there.
yeah.
I don't know if that was what you had, but I'm like, that just looks not.
Yeah, you have to clear it. I realized that back when we were doing that assignment that I wasn't clearing the previous information before I put the new information in. And that was messing up my numbers a lot. So they gave us the spreadsheet with the data on it. And then I just copied and pasted it and put it in.
Okay. Sweet. And I think the instructor said we can use that.
Yeah, he said, make sure you have that on your computer open so you can use it.
That's gonna be nice.
Trying to look through mine. I know some of mine were just stupid mistakes and I realized it after the fact.
Another one, question 13. I just kind of guessed. I was like, oh yeah, it's probably that one, but I got it wrong. Does anyone know what one it actually is?
It was none of these. What quantity is equal to the sum of the numbers in the square deviations column?
Mhm. None of these.
Okay.
It's neither the mean, the standard deviation, or the variance. The variance has to divide by one number less than the sample size.
Yeah, he went over the definitions for those things last night for variance, standard deviation, mean, and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, it was none of these.
That's all the questions I have.
Oh, okay. I have
Anybody
some
else?
questions of my own.
Okay.
I think I made just a silly mistake. I didn't quite look through it properly. I think it's number 2. I'm certain. I'm supposed to rather do the, what's it called? I'm supposed to rather select the brand, right? For number 2, the random selected brand. So I think I chose something else.
Oh, so your question 2, you're talking about variables are categorical.
Yes.
That's the only question I missed out of this whole thing. I feel so silly because it made me mad. But a randomly selected brand of toothpaste at a convenience store was correct.
Mhm.
But the age and years of randomly selected vehicles in a parking lot. So I asked him last night on the thing to clarify a little bit more, and he did go into a little more detail. It helped me understand the difference between categorical and quantitative. And so I added a few more little things to my notes, because if you can alter a number and it means something, it's not categorical. And I chose the age and years of randomly selected vehicles in parking lot. So I thought maybe there might be more than one answer. But then after he gave that answer, I thought about it. You could add up the age in years and actually get an average age. So that would mean that that one wouldn't work.
No.
But randomly selected brands of toothpaste would fit with quantitative because you can't measure it. It's just a brand name.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it
And
does.
then-
It does. When I was done, I saw my mistake. Actually, I saw I missed it. Why I missed it? But I'm just checking. If some other person missed it as well.
Yeah, last night, I think he said if it's measurable in numbers and you can add and subtract that, then that's going to be quantitative.
Yeah.
Otherwise, categorical.
Okay, I think the next questions I missed were 22 to 224. I missed all of those. 22. Where it says the probability of random selected sample is 52.542.3 on the Gmat.
This is where I cried a little and my husband came and helped me.
See, and it took me a second to realize as the mean, it would be right down the middle.
Yeah, it really threw me off because I was sitting here going, but it's zero, it's zero, like
That was what
it's having zero, and I was like, I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Say that again, please.
It's
Say
just
that-
draw a line down there, it's 50%.
the median's right in the middle. So if it's less than 542.3, it's 50% will be less and 50% will be more because it's right down the middle. That's why you can't calculate it. It took me a second because I couldn't figure out how to calculate it. But because it's the median, it's that number right down the middle. If you were to draw like the bell curve, it would be right down the middle. So it has to be half of it would be above and half of it would be below.
That's this 542.3.
So 0.5 on question 22.
Because if you do the math, it comes out to be
okay.
zero.
Okay,
So
now
if you put zero in the z-score, then it goes to the mean.
Oh, okay. I think I understand what's going on here. I was just putting the figures like that. I was putting everything. I don't think I followed the rule where it says to round.
Oh,
Because
so
yes,
0.5,
it's supposed to be 0.5. I think I did 50%.
yeah, I made that mistake on our very, very first quiz, thinking that they wanted percentage, and it's got to be the decimal point.
I wrote 50 rather than 0.5. So, okay, how about the next?
Okay, so let me find my math for that one. I have to remember this. 'Cause
I think on that one, I just did the 600 minus
yeah,
the 542 point, what was it, 0.3 and divided by 120. And then I put my z-score, I don't have my notebook with me, and put my z-score into the probability applet.
yeah, that's exactly what I did.
And I think maybe where I made all of these mistakes. I put 68.4 rather than 0.684.
0.684 is what I got.
Okay, I actually got the answer, but I made it in percentage, regular percentage, not the decimal.
Okay.
I actually got, so what I put here is 68.4, not 0.6.
Oh, I see what you did. Yeah. Yeah, they want it all in the, it'll say, it's set up at the top, I think, the very beginning of the quiz.
The very beginning, yes. I just went back up there to see that, except
and
it says otherwise.
You probably did the same thing on 24 because it's 0.136.
0.136. I wrote 31.6.
Yeah, that's all you did wrong then. Then you got it right.
0.316, you mean? Is that it?
Yeah,
0.316, yeah.
0.316, okay. So I missed that one as well. So that's it's very big one. Okay, then I think I'm still hung on in this quartile thing. It's not straight in my head. Quartile, first quartile, second quartile for this thing. I'm talking about.
Are you talking about 27?
27, 28, 29.
So 27 for the first quartile, that's 25%. So you put 0.25, I think, up in that top square, not the Z-score, but the top square on the applet.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
I love you too, baby. And then it gives you the Z-score, and then you solve for X. So it would be that Z-score
Oh.
equals X
Oh.
minus
So
540.
0.25.
mhm.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. Then the Z-score is negative, or yeah, it's negative now. It's negative zero because it's on the, I think it's on the left
Yeah,
side.
it's on the left side of the median. Yeah.
Yes. So it's negative 0.674. Oh, okay. And so it's like this now is the Z-score, then we are solving for X.
Yes. And it's the same thing. I think I did my math
So-
wrong though on 28 because I put it in the same way.
Mhm.
But I got the wrong answer. So I think I just need to go back and look at my math.
That one, because it's the third quartile, I did it wrong the first time too. I had to go back and do it because it's the same Z-score, but positive,
Right.
because it's the third quartile.
Exactly.
So, but the math's different because it's positive instead of negative.
And then I think I just, because I got 634 on that one. And I got,
624.
see, that's where I
So
was.
you probably just made a small mathematical error someplace.
And that-
because it was so close.
Let me just solve that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got all my
Okay.
kids. I don't know if you can hear them running around in the
Negative.
background.
You're fine. My dogs, they're my kids. But
My
they're
kid's
sleeping.
here. I don't know if you heard Brooks pop in. He's hello. Hello. Like, shh, that's not what we're here for.
Okay.
Well, my family gets on, we've got 20 people because between kids and grandkids, I have 7 kids, 8 grandkids, and spouses and dogs. Lots of dogs.
My in-laws are planning an addition because when everyone comes home for Christmas, there's 6 of us, and then the 2 of them plus her mom lives with them, plus one of my sisters-in-law, plus there's another sister-in-law and she's got 6 in her family, and a brother-in-law, and there's 4 in their family. And it's just, they don't have a very big house, so it feels a little crowded when we're all there. What is your deal?
We just squish.
So I'm just doing this now. I had time to do it yesterday. So on 25, when it says, find the Gmat score that corresponds to the 10th percentile, how would you calculate that?
In the top, just like the quartile, where 25%, the first quartile is another way of just saying the 25th percent.
25%, you're correct.
You would put 0.10 in the top box and it would give you your Z-score, and you solve for X on that one too.
Okay, in the applet,
Yes.
Mhm.
got
Do you
it.
remember how to do the equation to solve for X?
What is your deal?
No.
So if you write it out, it's gonna be your Z-score equals X minus the mean over the standard deviation over the square root of, oh no, wait, we don't do the square root on that one, do we?
No.
That one.
Yeah, just over the standard deviation. And then you are gonna multiply the Z-score by the standard deviation. And then you're gonna add the mean back over to the
You
Z
could do
score
that.
to get the X. Oh, look at you. You got a whiteboard.
So that's what we're, that's enough.
Yeah.
enough. Sorry. That. We're working.
That's the one thing out of all of this math that I struggled with though, was that equation, because I couldn't remember how to do the stupid like multiply by the both sides
Mhm.
and then add back, anyway, all of that.
You end up doing the,
It's just a dumb algebraic equation that,
see, and algebra is the one thing that makes sense for math, basic algebra, I should say.
yeah. Well, I can do it. It's just, I couldn't remember
Right.
how to solve, like what do you, the steps and all of that, you know? So, I think I just need to sit and do a whole bunch of those problems just to kind of just embed it into my brain so I don't forget it.
My thing is, I struggle remembering which one to use sometimes,
Yeah.
because I'm slowly getting it down. But I feel like it's just not quite there.
Sure.
Does anybody else have questions?
Maybe. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, I think I've worked on those ones. For 27, I got 461, and for 28, I got
Yeah,
624.
that's right.
Yes. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through to see. Like I said, most of mine, there were a couple that I missed. And when I went back and looked at math, I realized I'd done something stupid, like the third quartile. I'd missed like one thing and it was like, oh. So I think I've got it all answered. We'll see, I guess, when I take the exam. See if I've got it.
You guys want me to go through does anybody care or want the answers to check?
Just to check.
Yeah.
Just to check though, but can you just guide me through 29?
Which one?
29,
29? Yeah.
yes. So consider a simple random sample of n equals 15 students taking the Gmat. What is the mean of the distribution of sample mean scores for all such samples?
I remember because I
One
struggled with this one with the
nearest
TA.
Down to the nearest tenth, one decimal.
So you're saying 29, right?
Yes, 29.
So it is the mean that we're given, the 542.3.
Mhm.
Because I wish I had my other computer up because I left it up just in case. Basically, it is the mean that we're given. I remember the
Okay. Just like you made some mistakes. This one of those. I think in my response, I went back to populate that response with the sample size, not the mean. Because this is normally, it says in the question that it's normally distributed. It says here that the population mean is normally distributed. Or how did you say it? Yes, it says it has been shown that the scores of the Gmat are normally distributed with a mean of 542.3. And here is asking again for the sample mean. So if the population mean is, if it's normally distributed, then the sample mean is equals to the population mean.
right.
That's right. Thank you.
That's worded as kind of tricky. I don't like those questions.
So that was our one formula that they gave us. The mean of the distribution of sample means equals the mean of the parent population.
Mhm.
n x or mu x equals mu, right?
I think so.
I just wrote that rule down. That one and the one on standard deviation of distribution, because it's always in the question. And if I've got the definition there, that's one of the things I'm gonna put on my notes, because the other one that they say is the standard deviation of the distribution of sample means. It's like too many words for me, like, because it all runs together. I must have like ADHD or dyslexia or I don't know, but so I have to have it written out. And that one is the one where it's standard deviation x equals standard deviation over the square root of n.
Mhm.
So that's going on my one sheet of paper with the definitions. I started doing my one sheet last night during his review,
Nice.
and I've already filled up like almost the whole entire page, and I haven't written any of my formulas on there. So that's
I need
bad.
to do mine.
I gotta write
Well,
smaller.
you said that it could be typed though.
I know, that's what I was thinking, that maybe I'll
Oh,
just
okay.
type it all up and then, because it'll be a lot smaller when I type it. I can do it in like 8 font, get up my magnifying glass.
That's what you said, yeah.
Just to be sure, I feel like I understand a lot of it, but I don't want to, I panic in a test situation. I think it just gives me anxiety, so
Yeah.
then I won't like freak out too bad.
So for 31, we're doing 600 minus the 542.3 divided by the standard deviation divided by the square root of the population, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
And then
Alright.
inputting that into,
The applet.
yes.
Yep. Okay. Yep. All right.
And it just, those are things that I just have to make sure that I'm doing a greater than or less than the standard deviation
Right.
point and how much of that's included in it, because it'll mess up if I do it wrong.
I struggle when it's in between. And even then, I guess if you know that the number is higher than the standard deviation, you know which line you're working with, or not the standard deviation, sorry, the mean. I know which line I'm working with. It's just which side of the line I'm working with. If that makes sense.
All right, well, you guys good? Anybody else have questions?
I think I'm good.
Do you want me to share, does anybody care for the answers? Because I got them all except for that one, that quantitative, qualitative.
I don't mind if you
Do
share.
Yeah.
you want me to do that?
Let me make you whole.
Hey, that's not even our doc, that's not even here, it's on the freaking computer. Oh my gosh.
So you could share your screen while we take the test, and then once we can share.
We have about 6 minutes, just so y'all know.
Do you want me to just share my screen and then scroll through it? Is that what you?
Why don't we do that? If you've got them all in there and everything, let's go ahead.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay, so I've got that one. That's not right, so don't, anyway, it's
Yep.
just this randomly selected brand of toothpaste is the only
question
one.
number 2 is just the B.
Yeah. 3. I don't know how fast you want me to go. Am I going too slow?
Nope, I think that's perfect.
All right. Cindy, could you roll back up to 11 real quick?
11?
Yeah, was that negative I saw?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's what I screwed up on.
Okay. Mm,
No ghost. That not ghost.
Are you guys good?
Yeah.
What power?
Vampire.
All right. Well, it's been fun.
I guess we'll see you guys again tomorrow.
Yeah. For a whole,
Alright.
when are you guys all taking your test? Today or what are you doing?
Today.
Today.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I was hoping today, but I just got a notification saying our power won't be on until at least 4:30. So
Oh my gosh.
it's gonna happen today. We're gonna go.
Well,
hang-
good luck, everybody.
Good
You
luck to
too.
you.
Yep, good luck.
Yeah. All right. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 See ya.